Greetings. I hope everyone has been having a fabulous Thursday. This week I am going to do the reading just a little bit differently because I'm not starting out at the beginning of the week. This week has been loaded and has required so much additional time and energy and just focus in some different areas. So we're going to just kind of go with the flow this week. And so we're going to do the weekly reading. That is a general read for individuals 18 and up. We're going to do that reading for this week. Now, we're going to talk about for like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday period, we're going to talk about what that energy was, what the message for the week was. We're going to get into the middle portion of the week, and then we're going to talk about what we should expect moving into the end of our week. Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We are looking at a Warrior 6 and Dreamer 3 for the beginning of our week. And the message that I'm really getting with these two cards is that you are in a space where you've been brought to a space. You have had opportunity to be in a space where you are recognizing that those limiting beliefs, those limiting patterns, those spaces where you felt like there was lack, right? That those things are not the end of the road. They're not the cap that you thought that they were, and you have the ability to move beyond them. If you have been trying to work towards something, a goal, and this feels like, especially goals that you've been working on for more than a year, more than a couple years. But anything that you have been putting into a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of focused mental and emotional energy, right? So again, this really feels like we're talking about long-term goals, but this could also be anything more recent that you have really, really, really been putting your heart and soul into. Okay. But the message here is that you were given the opportunity to see how truly blessed you are, right? You were really given the opportunity to really take a chance and look around you at what it is that you have in front of you to be grateful for, and to really take stock of where it is that you are in your life. And really, that is the thing that allows you to move beyond any limiting thoughts, any limiting patterns and behavior. Or any perceived obstacle, right? It is you shifting your mindset, your abundant mindset, so that it expands. It's not thinking of things in lack, right? You are not struggling to survive. You are thriving in life, right? And so that was the energy that we brought, that we started this week off with. Now, that's a major, major statement, a major, major energy to really get into this first week. You all may have also found that you had a lot of synchronicities, a lot of things just kind of coming to you and happening. You may have also felt a lot of people this week may have felt having your ancestors, family members, friends, people who have been close to you, who have passed on, or just your spiritual guides really close to you, really communicating with you this week, because it feels like as a collective, right? As a collective, as a whole, we are really getting ready to go to the next level. And so it's kind of like when we do that and understand that on a spiritual level, in the spiritual realm, that energy transfers over there. Now, it may not look the exact same, but everyone across the board is getting ready to go through a major, major, major shift. So pay attention to the vibes that you get. Pay attention to the energies and the numbers and just those coincidental things that begin to show up, or that have shown up for you, looking back at the beginning of the week. Okay. Alrighty, so now we're going to get into the middle portion of the week. We have the World card, and then we have Dancer King, Gift of Wisdom. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of fill into these cards. Now, What I'm really kind of feeling with this card is that there's a certain amount of maturity. So, okay, so I got it. This first energy that we came in with was bringing you present to the reality of where it is that you are and what it is that you are creating, right? It is bringing you present to your mindset and whether or not you are in a space of growth or whether you're in a space of stagnation, and then being urged and prompted by different synchronicities, your ancestors, your different guides, just situations that happen, right? People you come across, conversations you end up having that prompt you and work to spark a shift, a change, an elevation within you. And then you move into the middle of the week, and we're looking at this world card with the gift of wisdom. And what I'm really feeling with this is that this is about taking those lessons that you've learned, right? Wrapping all of that up with that gratitude, that present awareness, right? That really allows you to really be in a space of gratitude. It's wrapping all of that up and really allowing you to then move forward from a space of wisdom, from a space of power, from a space of open freedom, right? When I look at this world card, one of the things that I feel is freedom. One of the things that I'm really feeling is expansion, is the ability to go from something very minute, very concentrated, very focused, pinpointed, right? And then expand that to the bigger picture. So another way to look at that is like saying, okay, you you're looking through a paper towel roll tube, right? And that's how you're seeing the world. You're looking at everything through this tube, and then you go through some different things. Different things start to take place, and next thing you know, that tube begins to expand. You start to be able to see so much more than you were previously able to see, and now because you also have the wisdom, you have that the power that comes with that wisdom, but then it's also backed with the present awareness to know that anything for you is possible if you are willing to really ground yourself in that belief and in that truth. Okay. And so that is that affirming energy, and that energy during the middle of the week that really prompts us to step up your game. You may find that maybe you're feeling a little pressure. Maybe you're feeling like, okay, I need to get some things done. I need to be about my business. We have this Virgo energy that's in here as well. Now, I have Virgo in my Mars. So I have been having a whole reorganized thing taking place in my life right now. And it's good. It's good because I like things to be a particular way, and just I just had a baby not too long ago, and so everything is just finding its place. And it's different. It's different than it has been previously, but everything is finding its place. So this time is really going to be perfect for me because it's allowing me to put things in order, especially where work is concerned. So moving into the end of this week, we are looking at the gift of connection, maker print, and we're looking at the lovers. So when you have clear sight of who it is and what it is and how it is in this present awareness, and you have the wisdom and the playfulness and the willingness and openness to expand what it is that you see and believe and are willing to put into action, put into place for yourself, right? Then you have this ability to make the connections. You have the ability to take those next steps, right? And these things are going to come in divine timing, but it feels like you're going to begin to find that things are just falling into place. They're falling into place, and there's nothing that you have to do. It's nothing that you got out the bed and had to do to make it happen, because the work has been done. And this is something that's been said in several of the readings previously, and among other readers that I have that I follow and listen to, right? Everybody is talking about this thing of, the work that you've put in, the things that you've done, what you've been doing is showing up. right? So you will see who it is and what it is, the truth of who it is, the receipts of who it is that you truly are, who it is that you have truly been, and what it is that you've truly been about. You're going to see that because your life from this point forward is going to reflect everything that you have been, right? And who you have been. Now, it doesn't mean, okay, you did this wrong thing there, and so, it's just going to be bad. It does mean, though, that, okay, maybe you did something that was quote unquote bad, right? But maybe what you also did was you went in and you did the work to deal with whatever that action was and the reason behind it and whatever that is, right? You shift the energy around that. So I don't want anyone feeling like, oh, I haven't been perfect, right? Nobody's asking you to be perfect. Everyone is just being asked to step up, to elevate their frequencies and their energies to operate in a higher state of life and a higher state of love, and being able to be aware and present in that state. Be right here with that truth and be willing to carry your truth with that. So end of this week, expect for things to fall into place. Expect for whatever it is, whatever those things have been, expect those receipts to come falling out the closets on you and other people. You're going to begin to see the truth, and it's not going to be deniable. All right? It's like, it's like this energy is just like, no, this is what it is. This is what it has been. And so we're going to show you what that looks like. We're going to show you what those manifestations fully recognized in your life looks like. So if you've been doing the work, if you have been preparing yourself, if you've been taking the chances and or taking the moment to get quiet that you've needed to do, oh, you're on it. You're good. If you have needed to do some work and you have not done it, understand that you will be shown not only what you need to do, but why it is important to do it. Because at this point, it really feels like if you have been needing to shift something, you've gotten that message. If you haven't shifted it, at this point, it feels like really that energy just feels like it doesn't want to be pushed, like it's resistant. So really getting in there and dealing with that is going to be important so that you can kind of, or not kind of, but so that you can shift and kind of design what this looks like, right? Because this is your life. This is your creation. And so be willing to humble yourself. Be willing to get quiet enough to hear your direction, to hear your truth, and to hear the steps that are then required of you moving forward. To follow those instructions or to follow those directions, right? Sometimes in order for us to take that step, what we have to work on first is our ability to be in a space of faith, unwavering faith, right? Because sometimes if we don't have that faith and we attempt to take that step, we won't make it. So if you find yourself in a space where you are or you have been being met with delays and you've been trying to push through them and they're not, and it hasn't worked, right? Ask yourself why you continue to push a door that's not opening. Maybe something else is supposed to be happening, right? And then allow yourself to get quiet with what that truth is. Okay? So I just kind of felt like somebody need to hear that. So I hope that whoever need to hear it, I hope that it really, really reaches you and you're able to do what it is that you need to do, because we are in a space where magical things are happening. I mean, they've always been happening, but it's happening in a different way, in a more upfront and in your face kind of way. Most especially if you're willing and open to receiving them and to witnessing them. And so if you're looking for manifestations in your life, if you're looking for shifting energies in your life, if you're looking for anything different than what it is, and really, right, that's not really going to be a thing because everything is changing, everything is shifting. Taking the time right now to get quiet will give you everything that you need. Taking the time to do whatever meditative practice that is, whether it's literally sitting down quiet, whether it's dancing, whether it's singing, writing, whatever it is that gets you in your zone, that's where you need to be. Okay? Stay focused with your gratitude. Continue to move with mature wisdom, and really making choices that are in alignment with what it is that you truly desire for yourself and for your life moving forward and for the legacy that you're going to leave behind, and be willing to see beyond any limitations or walls that you have right now. In fact, I challenge every single person that gets this message. I don't care where your dream is right now. I don't care if you have been working on that dream for years. Right now, I want you to begin to take that dream even further. And maybe you don't know how to take it further, but I want you to begin to open yourself up to the possibility that it could be further, if nothing else. It could be so much more. And not to belittle where it is right now, but be open to that growth, because magical, quick fire, fast movement takes place when you open doors for yourself in that way. Okay. Alrighty, so that concludes this week's reading. I pray that everyone has a beautiful week. I pray that this reading, this message finds you with good energy and good spirits and good health. I love you all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the time that you take to confirm and reaffirm.